Hey guys, this is Kent Davis. Today we're going to talk about grocery shopping in Panama. The question is, where can you go grocery shopping? What's available in Panama? What are the prices like in Panama? Well, sit back, turn up your volume, because I'm going to answer that question right now. And if you like what you hear and what you see, make sure to subscribe to us for future videos. So when I first moved to Panama in 2007, the grocery stores were totally different. Now, you still had most of the same major brands, which are El Rey, Super 99, let's see, Reba Smith, and Super Extra. Those are your four most well-known grocery chains in Panama. Most of them are open 24 hours. They have good, decent produce and a lot of American and European products. But where it gets really interesting is some of these specialty food stores. You've got what we call the fruterias, which are the local fruit shops, vegetable shops. Sometimes they're owned by Asian families, which means there's a lot of great imported product. For example, at the Fruteria Mini Max in Paitilla, you've got some of the best selection of Southeast Asian seasonings and sauces. So that's Vietnamese, Thai, even Malaysian, Filipino, of course, Chinese, Japanese, great variety. If you're looking for something like furikake, which is the seasoning you put on your rice from Japan, or at least that's how I use it. Fruteria Mini Max is the place to go if you're looking for a special kind of noodle or an imported, say, tofu even. They've got imported tofu there. Really, they've got so much variety. That's where you want to go first stop as far as finding that exotic herb or seasoning or noodle. You've also got other ethnic specialty grocers. We've got an Indian community in Panama that is well catered to through several Indian places, Indian grocers. You've also got places like Foodie that are exceptional for people on special diets. So that's gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, organic, vegan, really, really nice selection of product from all over the world. Not cheap, but it's imported. You're also going to be able to do most of your grocery shopping at a place like that because you've got options as far as produce, you know, organic, local grown herbs, fruits, vegetables, dairy. We've got a tremendous selection of cheese here. And then you get to Spanish places, Casa de Jamón, which is a place I've just recently discovered. Wonderful, out in Costa del Este. Very good frozen food section. If you are a frozen food lover, as far as seafood and specialty meats, that is a great place to go. It's also inexpensive. You've got some amazing cheese selection there from Spain and other parts of Europe. Good pasta selection, amazing wine selection, and pretty good pricing. They are owned by Hermanos Gago, which is one of our biggest wholesaler and importers in Panama, meaning you get a little bit less of a markup when you shop at a place like Casa de Jamón. Where else is good for groceries? Fruteria Mimi, you can't go wrong. I mean, they are just great. Fruteria Freeway out if you Clayton Albrook area. That's where you're going to find at the Mimis and the Freeway and the Fruteria Mini Max the best local produce. Now, if you want to go hyper local, shelf life isn't going to be as long. Maybe your apio, your celery, is going to last a few days less, although if you wrap it up with aluminum foil, it'll last longer. You can reuse that aluminum foil so you're not throwing it away. Insider tip. The farmers markets, outdoor, open air farmers markets, we have a few. We have Merca, Panama. We have some springing up in places like Obarrio, where you can buy even cheaper than the fruterias that I mentioned earlier. Places like, or products like mangoes, papaya, ultra local, onion, tomatoes, really whatever's coming out of the ground right now, buy it there because it'll last you longer, or at least it'll last you long enough. And the odds are it's very, very fresh and local. You've also got, as I mentioned, organic options, gluten-free. There is a very conscientious food consumer here in Panama. So if you're looking for it, you can probably find it here. That's the beauty of living right next to the canal. That's the beauty of having fairly low import taxes. That's the beauty of having a very international clientele of buyers. Is if there are enough Spaniards, they're going to bring in a lot of Spanish cheese, and then Panamanians and Americans like me start eating it. So yeah, you will not be disappointed as far as grocery stores, grocery shopping in Panama. It is a little bit more expensive than the US. I think that's because there's less competition at Walmart. If you're listening, come on down. Target, we'll leave a light on for you. Hey, I'll help you find a space. Justo y Bueno is the new entrant on the market. That is the equivalent of our dollar stores, although we do have dollar stores here. And Justo y Bueno, I mean, you can find canned goods there. You can find what they claim to be free range, a dozen free range eggs, chicken eggs for $1.50, decent size. So yeah, we like Justo y Bueno because there's one right next to us for a certain amount of products. In Panama, oh, and PriceSmart. PriceSmart is another big one, good one to know about. That's membership grocer like Sam's or Costco if you're from the US. Good choices, good bulk product, a lot of imported product, a block of cheddar cheese. Golly, is that a pound? A big 3-pound bag of mozzarella cheese, I think I'm paying like $11 for. I don't know if that's cheap or expensive anymore in the US, but that's what it costs in Panama, and that's frozen mozzarella cheese. That'll make you about 40 pizzas or less if you're cheese lovers like us. Anyway, so yeah, there are some great options for grocery shopping in Panama. Stay tuned for our next videos. We're always producing new videos, so make sure to like us and subscribe to us and visit our website too. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.